Never fall in love with anything, but especially a woman. I'm going to tell you why and how. Quick disclaimer. The Bible commands that husbands love their wives. I'm not going against the scripture. I'm simply stating that a man ought not to fall in love. Now here's why. Men, we are often captured by a woman's beauty, her elegance, her grace, her curves, her lips, her eyes, her smell, her legs, her voice. All of these things induce passion in a man for a woman. This is natural and biological. But behind all that beauty, behind all of that pleasure in this modern society lies poison. On YouTube, many videos have been done by myself and others speaking extensively on the female psyche and female nature, which in a sense is life and death, because a woman and being in love with a woman can be a serious trap for a man, and it has caused many great men to fall off, has caused many men to even commit suicide, has caused the fall of great men in the past, such as King David and Solomon. Many men in the present, with countless examples of men dealing with women to their ultimate demise, whether that be of this life or their career. Long story short, women are extremely dangerous. So when you fall in love with a woman, by that I mean a deep emotional attachment that brings along with it vulnerability and fear of losing her. This emotional expression, this emotional state of being can lead to your own destruction. See, when you are in love with a woman, you want to please her. When you're in love with a woman, you want to make her happy. You want to see her smile. And there's nothing inherently wrong with that. Except a lot of times, making her happy ultimately means that you're the one that is sacrificing everything, giving her your time and your energy and your space. That's a lot of work. And since women's emotions swing back and forth, you never know what kind of day that you would have with the average female. So what I mean by love, again, is a deep emotional attachment and yearning and desire for a woman, where you get to the point where a woman's presence can almost make or break you. Her opinion of you and her approval in your mind is very important. This ought not be. Because out of this lies fear of disappointing her. And ultimately what you fear is the loss of her in your life. Now when you fear that you're going to lose something, you're automatically put in a position where you will compromise your principles, your core beliefs. When a man is in love with the woman, he cannot dominate her. He cannot lead her. He cannot control her. Because you're worried that she's going to walk out on you. You got to make her happy. You got to show her your care and concern through gross materialism and consumerism. You have to make sacrifices for her to keep her. And for many men who don't understand the nature of women, this situation is destructive. So this is why you must never fall in love with a woman. You cannot lead in fear. Never give a woman that much power over you. This is classic simp behavior. Afraid of the woman, needing approval of the woman, bowing down to a woman, worshiping woman. If you can't dominate her, this automatically castrates you mentally and emotionally. You've basically taken your balls and given them to her. Now she leads. And women walk around with this pompous, arrogant attitude because they know they have the ultimate control. Because this is a simp world that we live in. One commentator on my videos, JT, talks about how he despises simps. And it is simp behavior is the underlying cause for the shitty attitude of today's American woman. She can be fat, she can be lazy, she can be ugly, but a man will still fall in love with her. She can be used, a whore, and you still love it. Now I know I'm preaching to the choir. Many guys who subscribe to me understand this. But I often think about younger guys who don't know anything. And they get all their information from the mainstream media. And they're programmed and set up to be a woman's slave for the rest of their lives. And when they meet women, because of her beauty and because of their perceived value of this woman, they get entrenched in a euphoric state that we call falling in love. And men lose their minds and their identities. We need to strengthen men, especially our young men, and let them know of the dangers that lie ahead of them. That you don't give your emotions over to a woman. Now, sure, you can love her, but don't be in love with her. You can care for her, but let your care, concern, and emotions stem from a point of power and strength instead of weaknesses and vulnerability and desperation and fear. Make women prove themselves worthy of your love and your attention. Still not falling in love with her, but make her show herself worthy of you. This is the thinking of a superior male. Because you have two types of men. A small percentage of us, less than 5%, will dominate, must dominate, and are superior. The rest are inferior, and their thinking is in the same line and vein as female thinking. These men are feminists. We run in 95% or more of simp behavior in our society, especially with black men. We'll take any damn thing. We don't hold a woman to no standards whatsoever. So if you MGTOW and you choose not to deal with women, good. If you're a MGTOW light and you choose to deal with women, again, Deal with them from a position of strength and not fear and weakness. Falling in love, falling all over your damn self, conceding your power and your manhood to an inferior creature who can never love you. So what you must do in turn is dominate. It's Black Ram, I'm out.